to Liverpool. We're talking about what Ten Hag might talk about in his press conference today as well. I don't want to hear any excuses. I've already heard Ramsey's interview talking about players being injured, players missing, and this affecting Ten Hag. He's a great man. He's a good manager. He's learnt a lot from him. I don't care. It's Liverpool this weekend, and all we care about, Andy, is walking out of here, talking later about a Man United win. That's right.
Yeah, that's right, and it's a big one. It's basically our season in a nutshell. It's what could give you a good summer or a disappointing summer.
I mean, Klopp going away his last season, been beaten twice at Old Trafford. We could sort of live with it a little bit, couldn't we, if we'd sent him off with that little swan song?
Yeah, I think we need to right a wrong after last season, but we've proved we can do it. If you take the league match from last season,
yeah, I know.
We all thought we were going to get absolutely steamrolled, bit slapped, so you take heart from that, and injuries or not, it's no excuse. This place has to be rocking. Everyone has to be on an equal footing. Players, manager, fans, all as one for this last push for the season. Try and salvage our season.
Do you reckon the team bonding that's gone on this week is all in preparation for this? They need that little bit of a slap around the face. Lads, we've got to sort this out. Like, whatever differences you've got, whatever disagreements they've had through a season, there's moments like this that can just change everything. We've talked about this all week, and the closer we get to the game, the more excited we get. We know what we're like. We're fans, we're fickle, and we try and build it up when it's really not there. The reality is we get smashed because they're a miles better team, but there is something that can be done. Like you said, last season, we just got smashed by Brighton and Brentford. We came here and just went, you know what? Martinez right through the back of Salah, early doors. It's got to be that type of game, man. You've just got to get about him, haven't you?
Yeah. Virgil van Dijk doing his Liam Gallagher in front of Jadon Sancho, so that was good. All you needed was a mic, and he looked like him with the glasses and a microphone. But you have to take heart. But after the previous drum hammerings we've had from him, I think it's time to right a few wrongs in the two games. What's coming this season now?
Two within 3 weeks. Liverpool
This is like, say, they're going for a quad. A quad.
Yeah,
right. It can always come off. Four wheels can always become two or even one. So and it's a big match. And these players now, don't get your excuses in, lads. I'm not having it. If you're not up for this, 70,000 fans inside Old Trafford, a fair away contingent, very vocal Liverpool fans. And to be fair, they are the most vocal, and they back their team at Anfield, and they'll be backing it here, just like in '99.
They'll be expecting a humiliation of United on this perfect swan song for Jurgen Klopp. We know what's coming. We know the expectation from the Liverpool fans. We have to match that. 9,000-10,000 that are going to be here. If they start being heard more than the United fans, then you know the game's going the wrong way, don't you? Is it a case of got to start fast, got to start early, like we did in that last game? Are you concerned if we go behind? Are you concerned if we do concede that first goal, it is game over for this team? Is that how fractious we are right now in terms of we have to score first, otherwise we're done?
Well, we scored first in the Manchester derby, and then we gradually switched off.
And he's just completely cool me off there with that one. That is right though, isn't it? It's like we did score first and then we still played shit. But
so it's maybe just playing the way we did at Anfield, keeping it compact, keeping it tight. We have to take our chances when they start shooting, get shooting boots on.
Just have a shot.
Everybody
can shoot.
Even the keeper, if you have to shoot.
I wouldn't mind him up there more than he is in goals, to be honest. But we're going to your comments as well. Kaz is on the mic. I'm going to pass it across to her now. So please give the video a like, guys. Don't forget that. Hit that subscribe button. Get your comments coming in. The first lot coming in for me and Andy right now. Kaz.
Hello everyone. We've got Stephanie says Klopp losing to United is a sackable offence. United Spotlight say I can't see us winning. Hate to say it, but I just can't see it. Bruno cried off the Anfield game. United Spotlight again saying Salah is back, isn't he, as well, playing against Lindelof. Left back, I'm worried we rode our luck in the 0-0.
In terms of players coming back, it could be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We might actually have two full-backs back on there. Give you a little bit more confidence. Victor at left back, Dalot left back, Wan-Bissaka right back.
Yeah, we need all our players, and you just wonder, like you say, why there's not much criticism of the training regime and the medical team. I think even Ten Hag mentioned that the other week or something. I heard that. Is because we sent Reguilon back out, didn't we? We didn't need him. Then all of a sudden we've got injuries. Why didn't we keep Reguilon? So it's just now we're actually getting some players back. And you can see what we can do when we had that little run of 4 wins on the bounce. And I had the cup run as well. So you like 4 or 5 games, unbeaten run. And we can do it. And I hope Rasmus is back as well.
He is.
So, we need fresh legs.
Don't you dare tell us no, Erik, in that press conference at half-1 today. Right, we cannot be handling another game with Marcus as number 9. It's just not going to work. But talking about Ten Hag then, you said throwing the medical staff under the bus. Is that the sign of a manager clinging on? Literally hanging on to what he can right now? The excuses we've talked about is what the title of this video is. There's none here this weekend, but in the whole picture right now, we talk, and it's like a new episode every week, Andy, about Ten Hag and where he's up to. A humiliating defeat here against Liverpool, I think, is too much to take for Ten Hag. The excuses about not having his squad, his certain players missing. Me and you went.
Doesn't cut.
We were there against Fulham. We were there against Crystal Palace. We were there against Bournemouth. We could have beat all of them teams at Old Trafford and would have been in the top 4 right now. So does that excuse shout from Ten Hag just go on deaf ears with you?
I think it does, because I'm not having it. Like look, you can play kids and win a League Cup final. Liverpool have proved it. It's not excuses. My strongest 11 is not available. No, every player who is available has to, like you say, run their socks off, and who've not been doing it. Whether you're crying off on the socials, doing interviews, you're not taking authority, you're too busy moaning after, like you say, Bruno, after the Fulham game. Players, like you say, and the manager. I'm getting a little bit sick of it. That's all. I'm just be honest and open with us. Like I said it the other week after the performance against Everton. I wasn't impressed with it. Wasn't impressed. Be honest with the fans. Stop spinning the narrative. We were good. We were good in bits. We didn't even have I didn't see a shot, 1 or 2 shots last week. Yeah. And we, like you say, if it wasn't for Garnacho and Bruno to get them pens, I don't know. And Everton had a better look. They could have got something last week.
Half of our shots were from set pieces, 1 free kick and 2 penalties.
So I want a bit more honesty from the manager. Yeah. I know it's all cloak and daggers, but I'm getting sick of the lies getting spun week after week. Even the crap after Fulham, we were good. I don't think Mr.
Character.
Character
did deserve to lose.
Yeah. I don't think Sir Jim or Brailsford watched that, and I don't think, you know what I mean. Fergie's racehorse has done more in the last 7 days than this team has done in the last 7 months.
I think Fergie's celebrated more than he has all season watching United. He did his horse winning the
He had Tyrone from Cuddy behind him. I didn't even know his best mates with Tyrone.
It was a moment that's probably the biggest celebration we've seen all season, to be honest, when it's anything United related. But I mean, certain players need to stand up in this game. The obvious is certain Wivenshaw. He used to be named the Wivenshaw Eusebio. Now we're calling him, what was it he was named the other day?
Paris Croissant.
Yeah.
The Wivenshaw Beppe.
Yeah, the Wivenshaw Beppe.
Or the Belfast Beppe.
The Belfast Beppe, that was the one, yes. He's gone from Wivenshaw Eusebio to the Belfast Beppe. I mean, he needs to stand up and be counted. Is there anyone else for you in this game that United need to just be on it? Like Captain Bruno?
Bruno, stop moaning, play. Because, every Liverpool player now, like you said, I think they got very fortunate against Nottingham Forest. Very fortunate with the decision.
They look tired, don't they? But they're getting through.
That's what gets you through. That's what wins your trophies. It's grit, determination. You're on your legs. Basically, you're like Negan with a baseball bat. You're going to get it. You're going to give it them on the head in The Walking Dead. And they're ready to go down, but they still find a way to get up.
That's it. Comments with Kaz. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you, Daz Salford. £10 super chat for
Cheers,
pint
Daz.
for you and Andy, the legend. Thank you
you.
very much.
Pint of Carlin here, mate. Disappointing though, isn't it?
Yeah, piss water.
Christine Duffy says, we'll be good in our house on Sunday. My hubby supporting Liverpool and myself, Manchester United, will be interesting.
Some marriage guidance maybe is needed.
Yeah, you need some mediation work there.
Anthony Wisdom says it's 11 against 11 on Sunday. There's no excuse for our players not battling and fighting for every ball. That's what has to happen. I want to see heart, pride and above all, leave it all on the pitch.
That's it. Any particular questions you want, me and Andy to answer as well. Get in the chat, guys. Get commenting. We'll come to Kaz on them next as well. But cheers for that, Daz, as well. Families that have got mixed support, it's never good. It's never good. I don't know if
I got in-laws who are City fans, man. So it's Sid, you know what I mean?
Ditto, I know. It's horrible. But we mentioned Bruno Fernandes there. We talked about, obviously, Marcus Rashford, the obvious. Anana has to have a good game. Where are you at with Andre Anana now? Because I've had my complaints and concerns, but he's had a decent 3 games for me.
Yeah. He's been quiet. He's not done anything stupid, and he's just done his job and made some good saves. Apart from maybe the one he should have kept Foden second out at the derby. That's just my brief opinion. But apart from that, he's done everything well. Last 3 games, he's been okay.
That's it. I mean, you look at him and go, dreadful start. Maybe that sort of turning moment was when the young under-21s academy player coming through in training and said, are you going to save any? Clicked into his head, and he's now turning up and he's keeping everything out that he should. I actually do like him coming collecting balls as well, and I think that's going to be big as well for United, because Liverpool are decent from set pieces.
Maybe punching it out a bit more, long, get your punches out, you know.
Yeah.
Mr. Schmeichel, you could punch long.
I know, but everyone else within this team, I think we've covered it. They all know. They went on the bonding trip to the Ivy the other day. They had a nice slap-up meal, whatever it was. The Ivy in town it was.
Oh, it's
I've seen the
for
video
some,
coming.
yeah.
I know, eh?
Mine's a Greg's steak bake, mine.
It's gone from a la
The bottle of
Ivy to Greg's steak bake. That's the reality. I think it's getting down to reality and understanding what everyone feels about them right now with these players, because they've lost the connection with the fan base for me. And last season I thought we'd get it back. We got it back a bit.
We did.
But right now it just seems to be like, I'm just not liking what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you can get your excuses in. You've already got your excuse manual. 101 ways to get your excuses in before the match is even kicked off. So that's what these United players can do. And they've got to use the hammerings from the previous games, the 7-0, the 4-0, the 5-0.
Put it right.
Put it right. They've got to use them as motivation. And like you say, if we're all together, we can work together. We can be the 12th man for Old Trafford. Old Trafford's rocking. I've seen when we've played Liverpool over the years and we've beat them. Even as a kid, I was watching back at 85. I get Mark Hughes, Brian Robson, FA Cup semi-final. I was 10 years old, but I still remember the highlights as a kid.
Yeah,
on Main Road.
We were talking about this the other night, actually, about our best memories of the. I've done some.
Cantona, Wembley, 96.
That was mine, mate. That was my ultimate, that one. But yeah, I mean, memory lane, nostalgia. I mean, you do have to tap into it a bit, don't you?
Yeah, I think we need all that nostalgia. We need to tap everything. Everything needs to be going. You need everything going for you. The nostalgia. I'll be wearing my 89 shirt on Sunday. 1990 Adidas one.
Bit of retro.
So bit of retro. I'm up for it. You call it your lady look from everybody. And like you say, your rabbit paws, like you're lucky this, that, and the other. You're lucky underpants if you've got a pair, wear them. So we need everything going for us Sunday. Old Trafford needs to be rocking. And like you say, the players, like I say, it works both ways. If we see it giving it on the pitch, we'll give it back to you and we'll back you up.
It's gone past the days of the fans actually making the atmosphere and getting the players up on it. They need to do it this weekend, don't they? It's down to them, innit? I mean, we've backed them. They get support that they don't deserve, I feel, them players at times.
True. And then they cry and they said it's not our fault. Well,
you're in control of the game.
You got 11 players who are in a privileged place on a pitch with a manager who's in a privileged place, and Ten Hag knows now. These 2 games with Liverpool, all right, there's other games to be played now, but these 2 games, I would say, if you get spanked here convincingly, I think your P45's on the way.
And on the other foot, if
you win wins, if you get the wins,
all changed, hasn't it?
It all changed.
He's in next season, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in. He's bagged his 3rd season. So that's what you need. Like, I want to win the FA Cup as well. It means a lot to me as a kid. I grew up watching the FA Cup, and last season I wasn't here against Fulham. I missed that. I was watching it. I was actually crying when we got that penalty. And please don't miss. And that last 9 minutes.
You love Wembley, don't you, Andy?
I love Wembley. I won the League Cup last season, and I was crying at Wembley because it was just before my mum's birthday, the day before. My mum's not here anymore, so I was like, messaged my dad, messaged my brother. I was bawling my eyes out, but tears of happiness. We won a League Cup, and it was like next to my mum's birthday. So I want to, like I say, that FA Cup final. I want to put that right from last season. And he say you've got to beat the best in the competition to win that competition. And if we're going to have to go through him, maybe, let's say, think mystical forces will go at work this weekend, and maybe big guns will go out.
I'd rather have Liverpool at Old Trafford than at Wembley. I'd say that for a better chance.
Yeah.
Getting through anyway.
And other teams can go out this weekend as well. So you don't know. Newcastle.
He's been bigging that up all week. Kaz, comments?
Vicky in the chat says, "Hey Andy, hope you're well." General Foodie says, "Sharknado."
I hope it's not Sharknado on Sunday. I really don't. Last thing I need is watch that.
No.
Boxing Straight Talk says it's Andy at the Carvery on Sunday.
No. I'm going to settle for the I'm settled for the Tesco sandwich meal deal on Sunday.
And then Gary says, "Hola everyone, I'm feeling a 3-1 win United on Sunday. Garno brace." Truth Seeker says, "I will never forgive Ten Hag for that 7-0. He should have been sacked then."
That's it. I mean, people talking like that 7-0, it rings true. Like, how can anyone survive that humiliation? But if there was one way to answer that,
he had the League Cup the week before. He had the League. He just won a League Cup.
A trophy in the bag is totally different, innit, if you haven't won anything after a result like that.
Yeah, well, if we get done 7-0 Sunday, then I'm afraid
it's done.
It's done. Yeah. You're done, mate. You can. If we get done Sunday 7-0, you can resign immediately forthwith. Because I don't think anybody would even just like, right, let's just get on with the rest of the season without a manager. So, like you say, but if the manager goes, players have got to go as well. So, yeah.
That's the tough bit, mate, isn't it? That comes to the summer. I mean, talking on that, obviously, I've not had a chance to speak with you with a lot of the news going on this week. We're hearing, in terms of transfers, United looking to out quite a few. We've known about that, but a few prices have been coming together, which I've been a bit sceptical about. 40 mil for Greenwood, 30 cut price for Sancho, and top of the list, obviously, Rashford. Apparent 75 million bid from Paris. You know why we're laughing, because we've seen something.
I did a video. I said a video. That's a lot of coffee and croissants, no, eh?
75 is not enough. Repeat it, Andy.
75 million euro is not enough. Maybe not with duck, eh? That says a lot of coffee and croissants, no.
There you go. Not enough reality. You think? Would you accept 75? I would.
Yeah, I would.
I'd take that
because he's burnt out. He's burnt now. As far as I'm concerned, you may want to stay. You may have a connection with the club, Rashford. But if you say you doubt me, that's even better. I do doubt you, Rashford. Yeah. I doubt you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not with you anymore, and I've got to see it on the pitch to convince me. I gave him a right rough ride last season, the season before, and I apologised after we won the League Cup. I apologised on the paddock in front of everybody, in front of a worldwide audience, and I ate humble pie. 4 or 5 weeks later, it's back to normal, and here we are, full cycle, 12 months later, and I'm giving it him again. And I don't like doing it, but I'm sick of it now.
Yeah, people have told me the reason he's not going is because of this, the commercialisation of him. Now, I've listened to what Sir Jim Radcliffe said today with Brailsford and all the talks that have gone on. Apparently that is dead. So if there is going to be a change and we are going to look past the commercial side and it is all about the football, is he the prime example of being able to cash in while you can?
This is where the clash in the boardroom can happen. Are you just going to keep Rashford for commercialism? The Wivenshaw boy, born and bred. The croissant master.
Belfast Bebe.
Yeah, the Belfast Bebe. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. You know what I mean? So I want to see a clean break. If Sir Jim, if you say no one's safe, and they put it out there, they've put it out there. I've heard it on many outlets. Prove it.
Yeah.
Make an example. Make an example of sort of a few players. Sell a name, a clean start. Other players. There's other players out there we can nurture. Talent in scouts. You've got your network. Prove it. Prove to fans you really want to make changes. Get rid of a few big names. Shake the boat. Shake it up.
Yeah. Hearing the way you're talking about Rashford there, I kind of know the answer to this next one anyway, Andy. But Sancho.
Oh yeah, he's staying in Germany, mate. Honestly, I'm not interested. He scored the other night in the Champions League, didn't he, or something?
Yeah.
So I'm not interested. He thinks he can survive, even if he came back. what would the reception be like for Old Trafford
It's a case
for
like
him?
people are saying if Ten Hag's not here, he comes back. It's like, does that show you how much these players feel have got power-wise? Because he's saying he's not ever going to play for Ten Hag again. He's not going to play for Ten Hag again in terms of Man United shirt. He actually feels like if Ten Hag is not there in the summer, he can come back. I mean, no, see you later.
I'll
for
never,
me.
I'll never forgive him for his little tantrum. Honestly,
Was it the social media post and reacting to Ten Hag? Do you feel like Ten Hag was wrong in how he handled it, or was it just a case of like?
maybe he handled it wrong, but he was running out of options. He bent over backwards last
That's it,
season for
that's
him.
the point,
He gave him the time off. He sent him on training in Holland. He gave him everybody help. Like I say, everybody has the demons. Even I've got my own demons. I understand that. But if, like you say, you work hard, you work hard, and yet, like you say, was he moaning because Andy was still getting picked? I could understand that. But with the media post, nah, not having it. And like you say, I've seen was it Alan Brazil on Talk Sport. Oh yes, Sancho, he really works hard. What have you done since you come here, Jadon? Nothing.
I don't know where these people get it
Where's that
working hard
Bundesliga Jadon we bought? Where is it, mate? Or was it the fact you had
in the
Haaland
Bundesliga.
you had Haaland with you? Is that why maybe you were a better player because you had Haaland next to you? That's probably why, isn't it?
Well, they needed to bunk up with him just to make it to training on time. So that tells you everything about the character and the work
Oh yeah.
There.
He gets done for having an haircut during lockdown
I
as
mean,
well
I
in
did-
Germany. I remember that one.
I did a video on Sancho the other day, and I think some people took it the wrong way. It was more like the handling of the situation, how this club let that get to the stage it was. Why is it only United that gets these scenarios? You don't hear any other big name player going in on their managers at all. Anyone in the league, in fact. It's just United.
I think we're the only club in the world where the players dictate everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think any club in the world where the player dictates a manager, and if they do it, they're moved on forthwith, or they're punished. And they're given a chance. If you apologise, I'll give you another chance. But this is the only club where the players try. Well, at the moment, they rule the dressing room. They try to rule everything. You know, like I say, they live in their world.
Bubble.
They live in their bubble, and we can only imagine what they're living the fantasy world. You know, Barbie girl and all that. So supercars, models, and all that. I'm not interested. This is the. Come out, talk to the fans, but you'll never face it.
No.
Like, even when if they face the fans, it's all about selection. It's all about selected questions, media, and this, that, and the other. It's all controlled. They would never walk down the street and answer questions to the fans. If we get tanked Sunday, you expect they're going to walk down a street in Manchester on Monday morning? No, shy away. Go on international duty. That's the perfect break. Get tonked. That's the perfect way to escape for some of these United players.
Well, actually, you might actually, because players actually start talking more when they're on international duty, so you might actually hear some little, some certain comments about a certain manager, maybe with certain players.
Yeah.
We'll see, won't we? But
get that engine purring Sunday night because I'm straight down to England training camp. That's what it'll be.
Look out, Andy's coming. Comments for Kaz.
Just going back into the chat a little bit. A few comments for Happy Paddy's Day this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, top of the morning.
And then we've got Boxing Straight Talk says, I wish I could be blindly delusional like the Ten Hag in Brigade, but unfortunately my eyes are wide open. And Oladipo with a similar comment says, as a United fan, I look forward to Liverpool destroying us so useless Ten Hag gets disgraced and sacked.
That's cold, that, bro. That's cold, that. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin, that.
Fred Cranham, thanks very much. He's gifted a membership that went to Luan, France. So I think he might have been listening into your accent, Andy, and your on chat. Let's have a look if there's any other chats coming in. A lot about Paddy's Day this weekend, so I think everyone's started to get excited about that.
I think I have to wear my Island shirt underneath my United top, definitely.
Bit of luck.
They done it last year when we played them, so yeah.
Graham in the chat says, regarding the Johnny Giles, Bobby Charlton story, both were the best inside forwards of their generation, but Busby played both on the wing. I think I've just interrupted the chat there, but it's a good comment anyway. Ivo said, Andy, he only got 20 assists in a season. He also scored 20 goals. He didn't need Haaland for that. Them's be facts. Okay.
Ooh, wow.
There you go. There is an opinion on both sides in every conversation regarding football talk, but
That's what make football.
That's what it makes. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like some people just see the game totally differently. in terms of the chat regarding United losing for the Ten Hag's sake, no. I cannot have that. That's just not in my nature. I know what you mean, and you're fed up, and you want him to be punished for I won't say misdemeanors, just the lack of quality that we've seen all season.
You know what? If the media had their way, they'd execute him on the spot.
Yeah, they would be good. I think
squad.
The media know, don't they? I think the media know the writings on the wall.
But I love the certain journalists that Mason Mount coming out this week. He's training. It's really good. Within 24 hours, somebody's coming out, and it's not right. And
do you know what that was? That wasn't actually the journalist. That was social media picking out one sentence from a story written about Mason Mount and what he has to do to come back and get back in this team. So social media, as well as the media, whenever anything happens with United, and this is what I said to you a minute ago, like, why is it only United? Like, there's players at other clubs that have been out for ages that we don't hear nothing about. Mason Mount's coming back and could add something different towards the back end of the season. Straight away, we were negative, and it's been blown up.
He could be the difference between making a European qualification of some sort or nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, we could end up in Europa Conference or even lower.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to get your opinion on this before we finished up, actually. Was Scott McTominay. I had a debate the other day about Scott, and he's on this list of possible options to sell. A certain price would take Scott away. My argument was, you're not going to find another Scott McTominay who's going to be happy to sit on the bench and come on and have an impact. And people talk about, you can go and buy another bit of quality, someone better than Scott. We're 2-1 down, or we're drawing. We need a goal, Andy. You look at the bench, you've got Mason Mount and you've got Scott McTominay. The game's gone, tactics are out the window. Who do you bring on?
Oh, you say it's an unknown, innit, with Mason Mount, and you likely say you've got to go with Scott McTominay, but are
you arguing against the quality of the player rather than the impact of what he can bring?
I say, mate,
it's a tough one, isn't it?
He can do 1 or 2 games and he goes quiet for 7, 8, 9 games. It's Scott McTominay in a nutshell, and I don't like that. A moment in time means nothing.
Would you keep him on the bench if he was happy as a squad player? Would you keep him?
I really couldn't answer that. I want to clear out.
I'll mix it up. 30 million comes in. Is he gone?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, say if he wants first team football, if he wants to prove himself, take the challenge. Go somewhere. You get first team football. Prove yourself to not be that player we think you are. You just Scott McTominay part time. Yeah. So moment here, moment there. Yeah, that's good, but you're not consistent.
No.
Strong teams have strong midfields.
I get it. I do. Comments with Kaz?
Yep. Just a quick one. We've got James in the chat. Our mate James is laughing at me for being a wuss in the cold. And we've got Graham as well, who's saying you will give yourself ulcers wanting Rashford out. It's boring. What I'd say to that is I think there's a lot of Man United fans who are going to be having ulcers because that's how we all feel typically. So.
Yep. Oh, Graham, you've just been told by Kaz that is the ultimate end off for you, my friend, on that one. Stop moaning about people talking about Rashford. He's hot topic, and if he doesn't turn up today, if he doesn't turn up on Sunday, you will probably be out here talking to me, moaning about Rashford's performance. You know you will. Everyone will, because he is apparently Mr Man United, the pin-up, everything that this club is held together on. So if he doesn't turn up against Liverpool, he's going to get it twofold, I think, this weekend. It's like there's a lot that's gone on that can be put to bed in one game, isn't there? That's how big a game like this is.
Oh yeah, you are shut people up. Perform.
Yeah.
Stop bigging yourself up to be a Biggie 2-pack and actually perform. Just be the player you know you can be. Yeah. If you don't want to be that player, well, that's your decision. I don't want to hear excuses. If you want to get excuses in this afternoon, go ahead. Like you say, you don't want to face the fight Sunday, then just withdraw. Just come out and say it. I won't criticise players if they don't want to play in a game like this on Sunday. I won't criticise him. I'd applaud him.
You need the biggest bottle ever.
You need a big set of kahunas to play and win on Sunday.
Troy Deeney's, don't you? Really?
Yeah,
that's what you need.
Oh, the Champions League. You need to do what they did the Interplayer the other night in the Champions League. You need a few squeezes like that.
Oh God, to be back in the Champions League again. Quickly on that, cohesion-wise, good results for United last night. All the other English teams.
West Ham, Moisey, mate.
Doing him good. Yeah, Moisey, he's doing him. He's doing him. But do you feel like we can catch the Villa? Is that something that you would look at and go, realistically now, a good win against Liverpool this weekend, bouncing into Brentford away, the vibe comes back, Martinez is back after the international break, you've got Mount there, you've got somewhat of a defence, all the midfield's fit because Mount's there. This is it, mate. Can you do it? I mean, I've said no, I don't think we've got it in us, because I look at Liverpool and Arsenal at home, and then the away games, Chelsea, Palace, Brighton, Bournemouth away. I don't fancy any of them personally, but again, I keep coming back to it. This game can change the whole mindset.
Yeah. This game can change your season. You could go on a winning run, unbeaten run till the end of the season. You could get Champions League, on getting the Champions League, and maybe even win a cup.
Yeah.
If you don't win the FA Cup, but this can still change your season with the momentum and a win. I'm not saying we're going to win the FA Cup, but it will be nice to. But if you win on Sunday, it changes the momentum. There's no negativity around Monday morning. Everyone's doing high fives, or social media's getting giddy with it. So it's just about the players wanting it. And you say, if it works both ways, it works both ways. And maybe we could catch a Villa. And you say they've got some games coming up as well. I think they got City, they got done 4-0 last week. That was a shock. So, like you say, Tottenham's game is on against Chelsea as well. So there's a lot of football to be played. There's a North London derby as well for Tottenham. They got to play, so there's some big matches there for Villa and Tottenham.
That's it. This is it now. This is that moment where, and next time I see you, we're going to be here at Old Trafford watching the game. Score prediction now. What are you going for?
I'm going for 2-1 United.
2-1
but I think we will concede. That's the thing.
As long as we score more than the opposition.
It's whether, like you say, I think we have to score first this time.
Yeah, I do agree with that one. That does bring them into a different game plan.
I want that Marcus Rashford from 2018 in that game with Mourinho. I want that Rashford, that mentality, that hunger, that desire.
Turning Trent inside out.
Yeah, and if you don't want to be like that, then don't turn up.
That's it. That's what we need. I'm on the same scoreline. I've gone 2-1 United as well. Guys, get your comments in. Drop your score predictions in. You'll see Andy again on match day after the game. Hopefully, we're as buoyant and as upbeat then, talking about a United win. But until then, guys, thanks for tuning in to this show. We'll be back later on this evening, as always. Thanks so much. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you all later on, everybody. Cheers for watching.